Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, and today I'm going to show you how to decorate gingerbread people. Now, you can frost these with a knife, you can frost these with your children, grandchildren, nieces, nephews. We do this as a family tradition here at my house, and to make our gingerbread we use a anise flavored royal icing. And what we do first is we draw a line around this cookie. So we're going to draw this line around. So it's going to keep going all the way around until the whole cookie is complete. So I'm just going to quickly go around this way. And it doesn't have to be perfect. We're not professionals. This is just fun for family, friends in the holiday season. So when you get your finished product, it's going to look like that. Next, I'm going to show you how to flood the cookie. And flooding means that you have loosened the icing up with some water so that it comes out kind of runny, and it will actually kind of not be so thick. It will be very, very thin. So next then, I'll pull this down to the corner, and then you really pretty much you're just going to trace your lines all over again, only this time you're just going to do it a little thicker than the first time. So then you're going to just kind of fill it in. Oop. See what happens when you use too much pressure? It blows up. Make sure that you have wet towels handy, because these do get pretty messy. Especially with children. Children love to make messes. So, okay. The next important tool that we use is, instead of using a knife or fancy tools, we just use a simple toothpick, and we pull this frosting to those lines. And usually we let these lines dry for a little while, but this time around I'm just going to, just because this is a demonstration, I'm just going to show you how to basically just pull this to and fill these cookies in. So we're just going to keep going, and you're going to do this until the whole cookie is full. So we're just going to keep pulling to the line. Like I said, not a professional. We don't have to have these completely perfect. We make cookies here a lot, so our freezers right now are very full of holiday cookies. Okay, we're almost finished here. Just got to pull this to the line a little bit more, just so that the cookie is covered. So our final product will look all white, unless you wanted to flood it a different color, and that's fine too, and to make that icing or whatever color cookie you want. So this is the final outcome of the cookie, and of course there's nothing on it yet. Now normally you'd let, like I said, the lines dry, but we didn't because of the demonstration. So now you want a clean toothpick, and you're going to want to pick out your colors for hair, what to use for, if it's a boy, what colors you want to use for his pants, his shirt, if it's a girl for her dress or her pants and shirt. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to use some green, and it looks like my green kind of got a little stiff. So to loosen that up, to make it not so stiff, we're going to add just a couple of drops water, and we're going to stir this around. You see how runny it gets. That's what you want. You don't want it to be so thick that you can't work with it. So we're just going to stir this up. Perfect. Okay, so because this is a little boy, I'm going to give him a green t-shirt. So I'm just going to pull his shirt with the toothpick this way. And I'm going to continue to do this until his shirt is finished. So he's going to have a shirt. And then we're going to keep pulling. Now, if you want him to have the white to show up, all you got to do is just keep pulling the white with the green with the toothpick, and it will actually give him like a striped look to his shirt. So it'll make it kind of tie-dye lookish, or tie-dye style, tie-dye feature, which is what I'm doing with his shirt. So he's got kind of a neat little decoration here going. And I'm just going to keep going here. So, here is his shirt. And then for his pants, I'm going to do a little bit of blue. Make sure that you keep these icings covered with a damp towel because they do dry, and they dry quickly. And then we're just going to, oh dear, a couple of that, and then we'll just start this up. Okay. So this icing, this royal icing, does dry up very, very quickly. So you want to keep it under damp condition. Now I'm going to make him a pair of pants. And you only want to follow down to about where his foot is, because then you're going to want to give him like boots or shoes. So you just kind of want to box out his pants. Figure out exactly how you want his pants to look. And like I said, kids love doing this, and they can get pretty creative. I know from experience with my nieces, they love to make a mess with this stuff. So when they come, it's a lot messier. It can be kind of a challenge too, because kids don't know, you know, they know how to make a mess, but they don't know how to clean it up. So okay, so we've almost finished his pants. So we're just going to continue to make his pants into where I think they should be. And it's got kind of a weird, just the way that they cut them out. So, and yes, all my cookies, most of all my cookies are homemade. So these were made and then frozen, and then now we're decorating for Christmas. So, just in case you were wondering. So there's the cookie with his pants. And then I'm going to make his shoes. And I'm going to use a green gel for his shoes. And I want them to look kind of old-fashioned, but so we're just going to trace. And before we do that, I'm going to need to cut the tip. So I need to find my scissors. Which I'm not able to locate at this moment. Oh, I see them. Hang on one second. Okay, now that I have my scissors, we're just going to cut the tip kind of at an angle. And voila. So, now that we've got that, yeah, and you're going to want like a cup of hot water to keep these gels from getting too stiff, because otherwise you're not going to be able to use them. And then we're just going to make an upside down D. So it's just kind of up, down, and across. So upside down D's. Come across, come down, come across, come down. Okay, now we have our upside down D's. So that will look like this. So now we want to make those shoes a different color green with the outside. So now we're just going to use another important tool, which is our toothpick. I'm going to dip it in there and get a little bit on there, just enough, and we're going to fill in those lines with green. And these turn out really, really cute when they're done. You can decorate. You can buy these at the store, but I think it's better if you just do them at home. It's cheaper. Stores usually cost for a decorated gingerbread cookie anywhere from $12 to $50 for a cookie, depending on where you go. I know our nearest mall has a cookie store, and their gingerbread they sell for $50 a cookie, and their gingerbreads are about that big. So my gingerbreads are tiny compared to theirs, and not as well decorated, but it's more fun to do it yourself, I think, because it's just a hands-on little project that you can do together as a family, like I said before. So now I'm going to use these little silver decorations for his eyes, and I'm just going to place one and then the other. And it really doesn't matter, like I said, if they're a little awkward. You can either use a pair of tweezers to stick them on, or you can do what I just did and just push them with your own hand. I'm going to give him a mouth, and his mouth is going to be red. And I have a spoon, just because when I do these, I only need just a little bit on a toothpick. So I don't need to dip the whole thing in there. And then I shake that toothpick down. It brings the frosting down, and then I can draw his mouth. And then as I draw his mouth, that frosting comes down. So then we have his mouth, just like that. And then if you wanted to make him glitter a little bit, we can put whatever types of frostings. For his shirt, I'm going to put some green sugars, just any sugars that you can pretty much buy. Walmart, Kmart, any of your grocery stores pretty much will have these sugars, so they're not hard to find. And I'm just going to add just a little bit just to make his shirt come to life a little bit more. And I think then I'm going to add some hair and make him blonde. Or maybe I'll make him brown hair. Brown hair, I like to use chocolate. And all that is it's shredded with a food shredder or food processor. And you just take a pinch, and then you just follow his hairline all the way across, so you can give him curly hair, you can give him blonde hair, you can give him any color hair. If you use frosting, you want to use the toothpick and pull the hair down. So if you're going to use frosting, you're going to want to dip it and then pull it down to make hairline. But with chocolate, it makes him look like he's got curly hair. So this is my finished product. This is how you decorate gingerbread cookies. I hope you guys have learned something very valuable, and I hope you have fun with your friends and family. Merry Christmas from my kitchen to yours.